Welcome all the devotees for today's session on Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. Hare Krishna. So we continue with shloka number 13 and 14. So today we'll be seeing about the 8th and the 9th incarnation of Lord Shri Krishna. So you can all unmute yourselves and repeat after me. Ashtami Meru Devayam Tu. Hare Krishna.
Ashtami Meru Deviyam
Nabhe Jata Urukramaha
Avir Jata Urukrama
Darshayam Vartama Dhīrāṇām
Darshayam Vartama Dhīrāṇām
Sarva Ashrama Namaskritam Rishabhihi Yachitaha Bhīje
Rishabhiryasito Beji
Navanam Parthivam Vapuhu
Navanam Parthivam Vapuhu
Dugdha Imam Oshadhihi Vipraha
Dukteman Osadir Vipras
Tenayam Sa Ushattamaha.
Tenayam Sa Usattamaha.
My voice is not clear. Okay. Am I clear? Is the voice clear now?
Yes, yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, okay. Mataji had sent a message that my voice is not clear. Hare Krishna. So
Hare
please repeat again after me.
My voice is not clear, Prabhuji.
Hari bol. Ashtami Meru Devam Tu.
Ashtami
Meru
Meru Divyam
Devyam
Tu
Tu. Nabhe Jatah Urukramaha.
Nabir Jada Urukramaha
Darshayan Vartmadhīrāṇām
Darshayan Vatma Dhīrāṇām
Sarva Ashrama Namaskritam
Sarva Asrama Namaskaram
Rishabhihi Yachitaha Bheje
Sabir Yachito Beji
Navamam Parthivam Vapuhu
Navamam Parthivam Prabhu
Dugdha Imam Aushadhi Vipraha
Dukkahinam Ushadir Vipras
Tena Ayam Sa Ushattamaha.
Tena Ayam Sa Usattamaha
Rishabhi, first look. Ashtami Meru Devyam Tu
Ashtami Miru Devyam Tu
Nabhe Jatah Urukramaha
Nabir Jata Urukramaha
Darshayan
Tasyam
Vartmadhīrāṇām
Vatma Dhīrāṇām
Sarva Ashrama Namaskritam
Sarva Asrama Namaskritam
Rishibhihi Yachitaha Bheje
Nishibir Yachito Bijehi
Navamam Parthivam Vapuho
Navamam Parthivam Prabhu
Dugdham Imam Aushadhihi Vipraha
Dukchetam Ushadir Viprasa
Tena Ayam
Tena
Sa Ushattamaha.
Ayam Sa Usattamaha
Please read Mataji.
Asatme Miru Divyam Tu Nabir Jata Urukramaha Dasyam सत्तमधीराणां सर्प आश्रम नमस्कृतां ऋषिभिर्याचितो बीजैः नवमां पार्थिवां विभुः दुःखे माम् ओषधेत् विप्रास्तेन अयं न उसुत्तमः. Thank you, Prabhuji. Dandavat.
Hare Krishna. So, anyone else would like to read? Hare Krishna. Sridhar Prabhuji or someone would like to read?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I am traveling this
Okay.
Bhagavatam
No issues,
on
no issues.
the
Brunmai
I
would
can
like to
listen
read?
it. Right?
Brunmai, Mala Mataji,
No, I
Poonam
can listen
Mataji.
only. The thing is, bus we are going.
Yes.
अष्टमे मेरुदेव्यां तु नाभिर्ज्योत उरुक्रमः दर्शयन् धीराणां सर्वश्रमनमस्कृतं ऋषिभिर्यार्चितो भेजे नवमं पार्थिवं वपुः दुग्मे विप्रास्तेनायं स उषत्तमः.
Viprah tena ayam sa ushattamaha. Hari Bol. What word meaning? Ashtame, the eighth of the incarnations. Meru Devyam tu, in the womb of Meru Devi, the wife of Nabhe, King Nabhi, Jatah took birth. Urukramaha, the all-powerful Lord. Darshayan, by showing. Vartma, the way. Dhīrāṇām, of the perfect beings. Sarva, all. Ashrama, orders of life. Namaskritam, honored by. Rishabhi, by the sages. Yachitah, being prayed for. Bheje, accepted. Navamam, the ninth one. Uh, Parthivam, the ruler of the earth. Vapuhu, body. Dugdha, milking. Imam, all these. Aushadhi, products of the earth. Vipraha, O Brahmanas. Tena, by. Ayam, this. Saha, hey. Ushattamha, beautifully attractive. Translation: the eighth incarnation was King Rishabh, son of King Nabhi, and his wife Meru Devi. In this incarnation, the Lord showed the path of perfection, which is followed by those who have fully controlled their senses and who are honored by all orders of life. O Brahmanas, in the ninth incarnation, the Lord prayed for by sages, accepted the body of a King Prithu, who cultivated the land to yield various produce, and for that reason, the earth was beautiful and attractive. Purport: the society of human beings is naturally divided into eight by orders and statutes of life, the four divisions of occupation and four divisions of cultural advancement. So here Prabhupada is talking about Chaturvarna Chaturashram system. The intelligent class, the administrative class, the productive class, and the laborer class are the four divisions of occupation. So it is Brahmana, Kshatriya, Shudra, and Vaishyas that Prabhupada is talking here. And the student life, the householder's life, retired life, and renounced life are the four statutes of cultural advancement towards the path of spiritual realization. That is Brahmacharya Ashram, Grihasthashram, Vanaprasthashram, and then Sannyasashram. Out of these, the renounced order of life or the order of sannyasa is considered the highest of all, and a sannyasi is constitutionally the spiritual master for all the orders and divisions. In the sannyas order also, there are four stages of upliftment towards perfection. These stages are called Kutichaka, Bahudaka, Parivrajakacarya, and Paramahansa. The Paramahansa stage of life is the highest perfection. This order of life is respected by all others. Maharaj Rishabh, the son of King Nabhi and Meru Devi, was an incarnation of the Lord, and he instructed his sons to follow the path of perfection by tapasya, which sanctifies one's existence and enables one to attain the stage of spiritual happiness, which is eternal and ever increasing. Every living being is searching after happiness, but no one knows where eternal and unlimited happiness is obtainable. Foolish men seek after material sense pleasure as a substitute for real happiness. But such foolish men forget that temporary so-called happiness derived from sense pleasures is also enjoyed by the dogs and hogs. No animal, bird, or beast is bereft of this sense pleasure. In every species of life, including the human form of life, such happiness is immensely obtainable. The human form of life, however, is not meant for such cheap happiness. The human life is meant for attaining eternal and unlimited happiness by spiritual realization. This spiritual realization is obtained by tapasya, or undergoing voluntarily the path of penance and abstinence from material pleasure. Those who have been trained for abstinence in material pleasures are called Dhīra, or men undisturbed by the senses. Only these Dhīras can accept the orders of sannyasa, and they can gradually rise to the status of Paramahamsa, which is adored by all members of society. King Rishabh propagated this mission, and at the last stage, he became completely aloof from the material bodily needs, which is a rare stage, not to be imitated by foolish men, but to be worshipped by all. Before the advent of King Pruthu, there was great havoc of maladministration due to vicious life of the previous king, the father of Maharaj Prithu. The intelligent class of men, namely the sages and the brahmanas, not only prayed for the Lord to come down, but also dethroned the previous king. It is the duty of the king to be pious and also look after the all-round welfare of the citizens. Whenever there is some negligence on the part of the king in discharging his duty, the intelligent class of men must dethrone him. The intelligent class of men, however, do not occupy the royal throne because they have much more important duties for the welfare of the public. Instead of occupying the royal throne, they prayed for the incarnation of the Lord, and the Lord came as Maharaj Prithvi. Real intelligent men or qualified brahmanas never aspire for political posts. Maharaj Prithvi excavated many produces from the earth, and thus not only did the citizens become happy to have such a good king, but the complete site of the earth also became beautiful and attractive. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरोन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितमेन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। नमो ओं विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। So there are few important words in this particular shloka which we are seeing today. The first thing is Dhīrāṇām. Dhīrāṇām means sober, gentle. Because there are two kinds of people, so there are two ways. One is called Dhīra and the other is Adhīra. Adhīra means almost animal. They cannot control the senses. And Dhīra, one who can control sense, is called Dhīra. So if someone is able to control his desire to eat, then he is Dhīra. And one who is continuously eating whatever he gets, like a hog, is Adhīra. And that is why when we offer our obeisances to Sri Rupa Goswami Ji, we use the word Krishnot Kirtana Gana Nartana Parau prema amrita ambho nidhi dhira adhira priyakarau. It comes in the Shashad Goswami Ashtak. Krishna Kirtanaha. This Krishna consciousness movement is appreciated by both Dhīra and Adhīra. Because when they are very, very fallen, then also they know, yes, we have to go. Now, Kumāra Sambhava is one more example of Dhīra. So, this is something written by Kālidāsa. In that, the theme of the book is that demigods, they wanted to fight with demons, and so they should have a son of Lord Śiva. But Lord Śiva at that time lost his wife in the Daksha Yajna. So there was some, we know that story, that is beyond that story. But now, having lost his wife, Shivji was executing severe tapasya. So demigods, they planned to break the tapasya by sending Pārvatī, who is daughter of Himalaya. Lord Shiva's wife, after getting herself burned, after getting herself inside the fire, had taken birth as daughter of Himalaya. So when she was young, grown up, 16 years old, she was engaged to break the meditation of Lord Shiva. So Lord Shiva was in meditation, and Parvati was induced to worship Lord Shiva. But Lord Shiva was still undisturbed. At that time, Kālidāsa Kavi, he says, here is the example of Dhīra. He is so much absorbed in meditation that a young girl touching him, still he is undisturbed. He is so self-controlled. So Dhīra means even there is a cause of disturbance, he will not be disturbed. And one who is disturbed by slightest agitation, he is Adhīra. Mostly people are Adhīra. Slightest disturbance, we get disturbed because we have not been trained in a proper way. When Krishna was being elected as the president of Rajsuya Yajna Assembly of Maharaj Yudhishthir, somebody remarked that this man, they were seeing Krishna as an ordinary man. See, someone said that he is someone who has been after women from very beginning. How can he be elected? So Bhishma was the most celebrated brahmachari. At that time, he stood up and said, I am celebrated throughout the world as brahmachari. But if I would have been in the position of Krishna, he was dancing with young girls, but he was not agitated. But I would have been agitated. Therefore, he is Dhīra. He should be elected. So, Krishna is someone who has demonstrated what Dhīra means. And that is why the gopis, they wanted Krishna to associate with him. So Krishna gave them a chance, okay. But in material world, we cannot understand that. Because the girls wanted Krishna as husband, all of them, they had done the vrat as well. So Krishna fulfilled their desire. Initially in Vastraharan, and then he said, you wanted me as husband, so much, that's all. So unless understood through authoritative source, Krishna can be misunderstood. But he is Dhīra. So here we have the word, here it is said, Urukrama. So Krishna is described as Urukrama. Urukrama means one who acts very wonderful things, which is not possible for ordinary human being. So he wanted to show the real path of life. Maharaj Rishabdev, he was king, emperor of world. He instructed his sons. The human form of life is not meant for sense enjoyment, which is available even for dogs and horses. This was his instruction. He instructed the human society to be Dhīra, self-control. That is ideal human society. That is Vedic civilization. Sarva ashrama namaskritam. Sarva ashrama. And that is why in Purport Prabhupada again gives us the reminders of Brahmacharya ashram, Grihastha ashram, Vanaprastha ashram, Sannyasa ashram. and even all the four varnas, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. So Rishabdev planned in such a way to teach his sons. He had 100 sons. That every ashrama has to be honored by all. So 9 of his sons became sannyasis, now Yogendra, elevated spiritually. And 81 sons, so 11 became Kshatriyas and others became Brahmanas, like that. So this proves that not by birth, one cannot become a Brahmana or Kshatriya, Vaishya or Shudra by birth. It is by qualifications. Otherwise, how Rishabdev's son? He was a Kshatriya, so how can his sons become a Brahmana? But then the Vedic culture is Janmana Jayate Shudra. As soon as one is born, actually he is accepted as Shudra. And it's only by training that we can become Brahmana or Kshatriya. It's not that by birth we become engineer or medical. It's through education. So similarly, if we continue working like cats and dogs, then we'll only be animals. We cannot be humans. So Rishabdev is teaching this. Sense enjoyment is there amongst the hogs. Better facility. No restriction. Matra svashra duhitra. All Shastra says. We do not want. Those are different topics. But Shastra says this. You do not sit down in secluded place. Even with your mother, sister, or daughter. Because Balavana Indriya Kramo Vidvamshanapi Karshati. The senses are so strong that even one is very learned, he becomes agitated. So Dhīra means one has to be completely told. Then the question of God consciousness comes. Because animals cannot have God consciousness. And so it is specially mentioned, Dhīrāṇām Vartmaha. The path which he showed, that is meant for Dhīra, not for Adhīras. So after explaining all these things, he is talking about Atmavat Sarva Bhuteshu, treating all other living entities as oneself. If someone pinches, I'll feel pain. Why shall I pinch others? But then this is exactly what we are seeing today because of absence of Dhīra. We should be trained from the very beginning how to become gentle. From the very beginning, if one is taught to become gentle, uncontrolled of senses, then it is possible that we will become humans. We'll try to realize self. So let us try to understand it. Because immediately in the very next shloka, we are talking about King Pruthu. So his father was Vena. So he was not good. So Vena, he was like Prabhupada used to use the word rogue. He was a first class rogue. Vena's father, that's his grandfather of Prithu Maharaj, tried to reform him in many ways, but he could not reform. So the father became disgusted and he left without knowledge of family members. And then, because without king there can be irregularities in kingdom, so they allowed Vena to become the king. If there is no good government, then thieves, smugglers, disrupting elements, they will grow. So when Maharaj, he became the king, but then they asked the king that your son, although he is worthless, let him become king. There must be some king. So the significance of that, formerly the Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, Sudras, all these four departments, Varnashrama, it had to be maintained. And Brahmanas, they used to recommend that yes, this person is fit to become king. And then there used to be coronation. Which means Kshatriyas were under the order of Brahmanas. So as soon as Vain became king, all the rogues and thieves, they were subdued. But then the king also is greater rogue. So the smaller rogues were subdued. It was a benefit. But because Venu was strong and cruel, he became all the more of a trouble for everyone. Nunam mahattam tatra. It is said might is right. If you are stronger, then you can subdue less strong. But being actually became very disturbing for everyone. He was atheist and he ordered that there is no God. I am God. What I say, you have to abide. Even to Brahmanas, he said you cannot perform yajnas, that is not required. One day, all the Brahmanas and sages, they came to give him destruction. That no king, it is your duty to stop all kinds of irreligious activities. But who hears? Those who are atheists, they will simply say, why are you trying to pacify God? I am God, you just act. So the Brahmanas, they became disgusted. So what they did is they arranged for the king to be killed by their order. The Brahmanas were so strong. Simply by cursing, they could kill anyone. But as soon as the king was killed, again the rogues and the thieves came out. So what the Brahmanas did it from the body of man, they created two sons. One was black, and so he was ordered to go to the forest. Because they could know that this is exactly son of father, Nishad. He was sent to forest. And then King Prithu was born. He is power incarnation of Krishna, Satyaves avatar. And he proved himself as a great king on this earth. He produced foodstuffs, food grains profusely. So, we'll be discussing this more in the fourth canto about the life of Prithu Maharaj, how good government can be maintained. Because Prithu Maharaj is an ideal king. This is to be very important that the earth can produce any amount of food grains. There is no question of overpopulation. Because everyone is being fed by mercy of God. Eko bhunam yo vidadhati aman. Like there are so many millions of elephants. They are eating very nicely. And there are ants. There are tigers, monkeys, trees. 84 lakh species. How are they eating? They are all stable. But we are starving. Do the animals come and tell us they are starving? Give us food? No. But humans, they are starving because there is over collection. Atyahar. Prayasascha. So, Prithvi Maharaj, we need to learn from him. How we have to develop everything. Dugdha imam aushadhi vipraten ayam sauttama. So because Prithu Maharaj arranged the whole society to be religious, everything became beautiful. This can be done even now if people become Krishna conscious. It not only produced enough foodstuff, but he was examining each man whether he is employed or not, engaged or not, whether he is serving Krishna or not. Because just maintaining wife and children, even cats and dogs can do. What is important is to be also Krishna conscious. And when you become that, and the king himself is doing that, then there can be real progress, an opportunity to go back home, back to Godhead. Hare Krishna.